So One Life Cycle formed a couple of years ago. Germain and I spoke at the London Red Hook Crit in 2016, and we decided, because at that point Germain had stepped away from cycling, so we decided that we'd race together. So I've known Germain a long time, and we thought we'd put together a team and initially do it for fun, seeing that there wasn't really a team that was involved in the Red Hook that was actually encouraging kids to get into cycling. So then we sort of started thinking about it from that perspective, and we thought, why don't we create a community that runs alongside a team?
You hear about, unfortunately, people getting involved in knife crime, etc. in London, and other cities as well. But I mean, of course, in London it's just quite a problem. And the more we can encourage young people to get into something really positive, like something where they can express themselves in a way that recognised as a talent. Cycling club culture, I feel, from my experience anyway, in terms of like inner city kids, I don't feel like, well, for a lot of them, they're quite in touch with that kind of cycling club culture. And so, maybe they have a bike, maybe they've heard of bike racing, but they don't, the idea of going out on a club run on a Sunday isn't something that, they're familiar with or even maybe appeals to them. So maybe just trying to get, them interested in cycling, from a different angle, looking at, the kind of street racing style that brought Red Hook Crit about. Maybe that might be something that appeals to them.
The reason why I joined De Vere Cycles in the first place was because I liked Morris and Mia, and I liked the fact that it was a family club. I liked the fact that it wasn't elitist, and it didn't matter if you're in the A group or the B group, everyone mixed together. And that was something that I really liked, and that's why De Vere was my club and still is my club. But with One Life Cycle, it's exactly the same thing. It's something that we feel very strongly about, isn't it? The whole thing of it being accessible to everyone and anyone, whether you want to compete, whether you don't want to compete, whether you just want to go out and group ride, or even if you're into your bikes and you like all the bells and the whistles, that's cool.
Keep themselves fit and healthy, make friends, travel, race in different places and see different places and meet people. So
at the end of the day, we're all cycling and we're all riding a bike, and it brings us a lot of benefits, mental health, physical health. It gives you focus, it gives you a sense of belonging, and it's all these things through our own experiences of cycling that we want to be able to give and share with other people. What One Life Cycle is about, essentially, the racing is obviously an important part, but really for us, the most important thing is to give kids that might not have the opportunity to ride bikes the opportunity to ride and create a community of like-minded people that will help encourage them, give them focus. For this year, the goals of the team, we have 2 new riders on top of myself, a guy called George and a guy called James, and first and foremost, good people, which is very important because Germain and I are strong believers that just because you might be able to ride a bike doesn't give you license to be a not very nice person. So it's very important, and it's one of the things actually that we're going to encourage kids that we come across about being a decent human being. Both of them are good guys and have a lot of talent, so I'm going to take them under my wing, and Germain as well, and hopefully encourage them and help them to get some decent results. We both feel that they've got the ability to do well in the Red Hook, but at the same time there's no pressure. We want them to have fun. Last year was a steep learning curve for both Germain and I, and on running a team ourselves and things like that, but this year we're looking for some better results, but still really to keep growing the team from the community perspective. We've got one life, as we know, and it's like make the most of it.